Salutations from the Midwest, and welcome to the first ever episode of My Father's Guns at the Range. And we are here today with my father's M1917, the American Enfield 30-06 World War I rifle. This one, as we mentioned in the previous video, was manufactured in September of 1918. This gun has not been fired in 35 plus years. So, if it explodes in my face, you'll be the first to see that happen. We're going to go ahead and shoot it. I have some stripper clips, original stripper clips that came with it, and we will do some shooting. Now, before anybody says anything, I know that this isn't for an M1917. This came with my Mosin Nagant, but it's what I'm using to hold my stripper clips. Without further ado, let's see if this puppy will blow up in my face. Now, you're probably not going to believe this, but without setting those sights at all, I shot twice. First time this gun has been shot in 35 years. I have never shot this gun. It was my father's, and my brother owned it then. And I hit both those targets this big at, what is that, Mike? 75 yards? Huh?
200 yards?
I don't think it's that far. We'll set the camera up on it, and then I'll do some more shooting. We'll zoom in. Hopefully I can repeat that.
It's a good 150.
Huh?
It's at least 150.
Really?
If you're going by a football field.
Well, it doesn't seem like it to me, but I'm not a very good judge of that. Let's, I'll shoot one more like this, and then we'll point the camera down that way. Glasses are fogging up so bad I can't hardly see. That time I did not hit. Got it that one. So 3 hits out of 5 with a gun I've never used before that hasn't been shot in 35 years. I'll take that all day long. Malfunction. Emptying the magazine. Bring the camera over here. Had a bit of a malfunction. This is a 100-plus-year-old gun, and the stock came off on top and was blocking my sight picture, so I had to quit. But I think it's just because this piece is not tight enough, and we'll take that home and repair it. But man, oh man, Gun that old, still that accurate. Unbelievable. Signing off from the Midwest, from My Father's Guns. Well, get it back here to the house where I can take a good look at things. And it is pretty much just exactly what I thought it was. The rear handguard has just come loose because this barrel, let's see, barrel strap, I think that's called, was just not tight enough. So instead of just screwing that down and putting it back, I'm going to go ahead and move this stacking swivel up here where it ought to be, and move the sling swivel back down here where it's supposed to be. I will take the blame completely for that happening, because when I first got this gun, it had been in storage, and by in storage I mean on a shelf, for the better part of 20 years. So I completely disassembled it and put it back together exactly the way that I found it after I cleaned it all up. That was when I found out that this wasn't where it was supposed to be, but that is how it had been for decades and decades, so I thought I'd leave it that way to make the video, but now I'll correct that. For anything like me, then half of your screwdrivers are not where they should be. You get working on a project and they get left here and there and everywhere. Yep, third time's a charm, I think. The right size screwdriver. There she goes. So, what I will do is I'll get online and find where you can get parts for these original parts and get a proper screw put in here. Probably half the reason that it came apart was because I'm not using the right screw in the first place. It's nice and snug, but I don't want to crack the stock any more than it already is. Seems like that bracket, that barrel strap, is what's making that snug. Eventually we'll get a new screw for here, and I'd like to get an original shoulder strap for it also. Just thanks and salutations from the Midwest. This is My Father's Guns.